Hey, Russell Hotels. Excuse me, get a little choked up. Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. I'm live from the Hyatt Regency Los Angeles Airport. Now, you guys know I used to work here right back in the day, but when I worked here, same building, but different brand. Okay, you know how hotels change brands all the time. So I worked here when it was the Radisson, same footprint, everything like that, but it's new and improved. So I wanted to come here and check it out because they have been doing this renovation, an extensive renovation to the lobby area for like seemed like about 2 years. So I wasn't able to come back and check it out end of last year. So I said, you know what, that's got to be on my list of the first hotels I need to go check out is the Hyatt Regency LAX on Century Boulevard. Okay, so that's where I am today. I've taken some photos of the hotel room. I won't be able to show you those today, but I'm in the lobby right now, just kind of doing my office of the day, just kind of hanging out, watching the flow of people come through, and I can at least show you the lobby, right? Because that's what was recently done. So I'm not sure if you can see the back of me. Let's see, because it used to be. I'm not sure if you guys been here before, but there used to be an escalator right there, steps and escalator in back of me. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. Going to the front desk area. A lot of space. And over here used to be the bar. Okay, that used to be the bar over there. So when you walked in, that was the bar. Now it's meeting space and a seating area. See right there behind that screen, that's a sitting area. Now that stairway that was there before, so it's still in existence. And the bar has been moved from, like I said, over here to over there. There used to be like an eating area right there. Well, that's now a bar, and they opened up a new restaurant too, but you can't see it from here. Let's see. Can you see what else is over there? Oh, that's me. Okay, so yeah, so they've done some definitely some changes to the property, especially when it comes to the lobby. The rooms, they seem to be redone or refreshed or whatever. I'll show you those on tomorrow's daily check-in because I didn't get a chance to edit those. You see people coming in, very busy hotel as far as foot traffic is concerned. I'm sure it does well on occupancy as well. Um, it's the closest hotel to the airport, so you can't beat that. Let's see what else is over there. So yeah, so that's the entrance over there. So you got people coming in and out all day long. There's people coming in and out. So, and that's me. Okay, so let me rearrange my camera. Okay, okay. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me today. I said, you know what? I got to get out and check out some hotels here in LA. I mean, they're in my backyard, so it doesn't make sense for me not to, check out these hotels. So, like I said, just here, just kind of checking out the flow of things. A couple people still work here when I used to work here. Now, I'm gonna tell you when I worked here. The last time when I left this hotel, I was here from '04 to '06, 2004 to 2006. Okay, so hmm, that's almost 20 years ago, right? Well, it is 20 years ago. So yeah, and there's still a couple people that work here when I was here. Then they're still here now, so that's good. And I happen to see somebody, Dwayne. So if you ever come here and the bellman Dwayne, and just ask for Dwayne and tell him you know me, and I'm sure he'll take care of you. I mean, he's gonna take care of you anyway. But just a genuinely good guy, very nice, very professional, always here. I don't ever remember him like calling off or anything like that. Always good reviews. I mean, you can't be here somewhere for that long and not do a good job. And has a pride in what he does, and I appreciate it. And every time I walk through the door, he's like, "Where you been? I haven't seen you in a while." So it's always good It's like coming home, right? You go back to those properties, people that, work in hotels, you go back and it's like, it's like a family reunion kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically how it was, just him and I in the lobby, talking. So, but no, it's cool. It's cool. Very nice property, like I said. A lot going on, construction outside because of the people mover and LAX or LA getting ready for the Olympics and all that. So there's a lot of things going on around it, but hotel's still operating. This hotel looks good. I mean, I think this is the best it's ever looked. Okay, so I've been here, right? So I got some time here, so I can definitely say this hotel looks good. Um, it flows well. The added touches to the meeting space over here, as well as the new bar and new restaurant, definitely top notch. So definitely a world of Hyatt. Okay, so there you go. So anyway, we're live on. Where am I live on? Live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and I believe that's it. So feel free to make chat if you have something you want to say. You know, go ahead and say it. I don't know if I'm gonna answer, but go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. So I did not have a topic for today. I'm just like, this is a daily check-in. I do the daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Um, I haven't done a live, like a daily check-in from property in a while. So always good to do that, right? Always good to be back, into the swing of things. So that's what I'm doing today. And I guess that's it. So let me put my information up here because you may not even know who the heck I am, right? Some people don't even know who I am. Some people don't know who I am. But here's my email address just in case you have questions about anything. I always want to give that information. If you didn't check out yesterday's On Air with Russell of Hotels, it's that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. It's the replay is on the same platforms: LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. So feel free to go back in and check those out. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. Russell of Hotels. Just go there, hit that subscribe button, bing, and anytime I go live, you'll get the notification, and that's what you want, right? That's everything, right? The notifications are everything. So I don't know why this is so high. It seems like I'm looking up at the sky when I'm doing this. So I have my camera on a tripod and it seemed like it's too high, right? But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so feel free to make comments because that's what it's all about. And we're not going to be on here too long because these daily check-ins do not have to be that long. Sometimes I make them long just because I don't have anyone else to talk to. But what's I going to say? Um, I'm just watching the interaction of employees, like people at the front desk and guests and other employees. Um, it just makes me miss being on property, right? Just the kind of that camaraderie that you build with your team. If it's a good team, there's always going to be some camaraderie built, right? And you can see that people genuinely get along, and that's a good thing. So I'm just watching just the flow and the conversations between people, and it's quite interesting. So that's one thing that I do. I go to a lot of hotels, and I just sit in the lobby, which I'm sitting right now in the lobby, and just kind of just you know seeing what goes on. Is there management walking around? Is there management presence? Are people attentive to the guest needs? Is it flowing like it should? Yeah, those are things that I look at, and those are things that are definitely happening here. Because, like I said, I've been here for about an hour, so I'm just watching people come and go, and I see management coming in. They're taking meetings and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what I do. Okay, I don't know if you knew that, but that's some of the things that I do as Russell of Hotels. Once you worked in 14 different hotels, different positions, and now being a consultant and coming into hotels, to do meetings and elevating brands and things like that, you know what to look for in a good hotel versus a hotel that may be in disarray. This one definitely not in disarray from what I see from the outside. Okay, so but yeah, so everything seems to be everything seemed to be okay. And I'm looking at transportation going in and out. They have the consolidated transportation, so you can take the transportation from here to the airport or from the airport to this hotel. Some hotels have their own transportation. Well, this one has a consolidated, meaning they shared with other hotels. So it will stop at other hotels along Central Boulevard and then end up here. I'm pretty sure this is probably the last stop, I would think. The last stop from the airport and maybe the first stop, you get on, but I think it goes to the other hotels as well. But yeah, so at least that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. Let's see. My information. I just gave you my email. I have a blog, and hopefully my website is being done. It's supposed to be done today. I haven't even checked my website to see if it actually is done, if it's up and live and running. I'm not sure yet, but I haven't looked at it yet. But according to my schedule or to the person that's supposed to be doing it, it's supposed to be done today. So I guess I'll check that out and see. I just haven't really been thinking about it. But hey, everything is on my blog. So when I have topics and all that stuff, everything will be on the blog. So just go russellofhotels.com, go to the blog, see that, hit the drop down, bing, bing, and that stuff is there. Let's see what else. What else? And if you don't follow me on these social media platforms, please do so. Follow me on IG, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I think I mentioned YouTube. Like and subscribe to my channel. We would appreciate it. But go to @Russell of Hotels for that, and then Russell L. Edmond for LinkedIn. Okay. And once again, I'm Russell L. Edmond. Go by the name of Russell of Hotels. That's the name of the company. And that's what people they call me. Hey, you're Russell of Hotel. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. And shout out to Miss Marilys Croc. Okay. So Marilys reached out to me today, introduced me to somebody, and said, hey, this person needs to be on your show, on air with Russell of Hotels. And I didn't even ask questions. When Marilyn says something, I just do it. Okay. So she said, this person needs to be on your show. And I said, okay, give her my information and, we'll have a conversation. We'll go from there. And she said, by the way, I need to be on your show too. I'm now at a new destination and this will be the third time I'm on your show. I'm like, that is right. It will be three times. And she is at a new destination. So she was at LA CVB, and then she went to Anaheim CVB or DMO, and now she's with Sacramento. So there you go. So we're going to have Marilys on sometime soon. Right? So if you guys know Marilys, maybe you don't know her. But anyway, you're going to know her up close and personal because we're going to have her on the show. And then she introduced me to someone, and hopefully that person's on there as well. Now, I don't know her last name or his last name, so I'll let you know when that comes up. But I'm looking forward to that as well. And other people have shown interest to be on the show as well. So we'll have them on there too. So we're going to have a busy year of people being on the show, of guests, and me going to hotels, me checking out hotels, first and foremost in person. So there's going to be a lot going on this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So there you go. So any questions at all? Feel free to, let's see. Do I see any comments or anything? No. The chat is open. I'm not sure if I said that, but the chat is open. So feel free to make your chats known. Because I'm here for all that. I'm here for all of that. I'm here for all of that. So I think that's it. Is that it? Is that all I have? Is that all I have? Is this thing on? So yeah, so let me just show you just real quick again. Yeah, people leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Well, not train, midnight plane to Georgia. I think the shuttle just showed up, or is it? No, I was leaving, I guess. I'm going to show you the shuttle coming in. But once again, that's the front desk. See how they redid it? Of just a modern feel. And it's a real openness. Like I said, it used to have an escalator in the middle. This hotel was built originally as a Hyatt back in, I don't know if it was the late 60s or early 70s. Let's say in the early 70s. It was originally open, and it was one of two hotels that were here. This one was the first one, I believe, and then the Marriott down the street on Airport Boulevard and Century was the second hotel, and that was built, I want to say, 76. So there's your lobby, and there's an escalator right there. And that wall right there, there's an escalator. But everything has been changed, everything has been modernized. So you cannot beat that. You can't beat that. Once again, live from, in fact, let me put that back up here. That's where we're live from. Just in case you didn't hear me. We got the bellman over there and somebody at the front desk. They're looking at me like, what is that guy doing over there? What is he doing over there? People coming in. So anyway, once again, 579 guest rooms, 50,000 square feet of meeting space. That was you know what? When I was in before I came here, one of the goals that I had as a sales manager was to work at a property as a director of sales and marketing at a 500 room property with 40,000 square feet of meeting space. Okay, that was my goal, right? Like when I got into sales, I wanted a kind of a big box, almost conventions type hotel, right? With a lot of meeting space. That was my goal. And I got the opportunity from because prior to working here, I was at the Westin Bonaventure. Now, the Westin Bonaventure is a major convention type hotel. 100, was it 1,500, 1,300 guest rooms, 110,000 square feet of meeting space. So it didn't get any bigger back then. It didn't get any bigger than that hotel. So I was a national account manager or something like that. And I got the opportunity to come here. And I'm like, people are like, well, why would you take that? I mean, you just got here, right? Why would you go there? I think I was there 13 months. I said, because that was my goal, right? And if I pass up the opportunity, it may not come back around. So I ended up taking the job here. And yeah, so there you go. So 579 guest rooms, 50,000 square feet of meeting space. So that fit right into my goal. So, and after that, I'm like, because that was my goal, right? I didn't have a goal for a bigger property. That was it. So after I reached that, it was all downhill from there. Oh man, no, it wasn't downhill, but it was, once you reach the pinnacle for me, this was the pinnacle for me because, like I said, I didn't have aspirations of being like going back to the Westin Bonaventure and being a director of sales and marketing there. No, 500 rooms, 50,000 square feet of meeting space. That's where I wanted to be. That was my spot. And like I said, I achieved it, but I achieved it pretty early. And after that, I'm like, okay, there you go. But no, it was cool for a while. It was cool for a while. For the 2 years, it was good. So, but hey, and then you move on to other things. Then I kind of left I kind of left the industry for a couple of years after that. See, a lot of people don't know that. After I worked here, I left the industry, started my own business. I started another business, which had nothing to do with hotels, and then eventually came back to hotels, maybe about 2 years later. So a lot of people don't know that, but that's what I did. So that's a story for another time. Okay, another time and another place. So anyway, that is it. I just want to come on and do this quick little live here, live from the Hyatt Regency LAX, right across from Los Angeles International Airport. So there you go. That is it. And once again, daily check-in with Russell of Hotels comes on every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The time is the only thing that varies. Okay, the time could be 12 o'clock, it could be 10 o'clock in the morning, it can be 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It does, it just depends on my schedule, but I'm gonna do it, right? That's all. That's all you need to know. It's gonna happen. So if you don't catch me on the live, that's okay. You can always go to the replay and check it out. So that's it. And remember, on air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Now, that's the only show that I do that has a regular time, and we'll never mess with that time, right? We're always going to be every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. So when I have guests on, more than likely they'll be on that show, because that show goes about an hour. This right here goes about, we're like at 20 minutes or so. So 25 minutes for this show. So this is kind of a quick hit. You're in and out, give it information, and get the hell out of here. So that's it. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. Thank you guys so much. And as always,